Oh, I guess that was probably not muted when I just cleared my throat. Alright, well, let's get on to this then. Where's that darn button? Well, hello there, Magic Monsters. Welcome to the stream. Tonight is a very special night. Tonight is a Monday night. And, well, Monday night streams are rare. And, whoop, let's mute that. Monday night streams are rare because it's Monday night. Usually I'm busy, but tonight I decide I will be doing some stuff and I should stream it and show everybody what's going on. Hi, the bull. My left shoulder is hurting right now. It started in my right shoulder, migrated to the back of my head, and now it's over here. So I assume eventually it'll be over there. That will be hurting. But hello, the bull. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Let me park this chat over there. All right. What are you all up to? What have you all been doing these days? Something fun, I hope. Let's see. I didn't prepare the window here to show the exact width. Well, I guess it was close enough. It's pretty close. Coding all night, and you, I believe, are on maybe East Coast time. Is that correct? Somewhere over there. I hope your coding has been going well. My coding has been going okay. I can show you what I did earlier today. And I took a walk because I'm trying to be healthy. And so this is what I did. Boom, 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 boom. So right now they're just spheres because I just wanted to see if it was working. And you can show the trajectory and boom, 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 pew, pew. I have to do sound effects because I ain't sound effects, so I have to do it with my mouth. Pew, 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 pew. See? So this is the projectile system, and I mentioned on the game dev show last week that I was working on a quote-unquote instant hit projectile thing. And so it's very simple. There's not much going on to it. So let's look at the projectile itself. Instant hit. We have our basic projectile here. Projectile data. Projectile data was projectile data. Well, right now it just has speed and damage. Speed won't come into play for the this, but the damage might. But right now damage set to 0 because I don't know what damage is. That's up to your game. And that's up to you and your game. So anyways, instant hit just has a couple things here. It's got the one-shot spawn behavior and an instant hit movement behavior and a simple destroy behavior. It doesn't have any of the other behaviors. It's not going to collide with anything. I don't have any visual effects for it because it's not moving necessarily. Don't have any audio. I haven't worked on that yet. And the trajectory behavior isn't there, but I do have the pre-launch trajectory here because when it's live, it's not going to show a trajectory that's like a missile homing in a target and you want to see, you know, a trajectory even though you're not aiming anymore. But the pre-launch trajectory is hit preview overlay, which is what that little targeting thing you saw there. The collision mask for it, look forward at spawn. Oh, that doesn't really, oh, god damn it. That doesn't affect this necessarily. But what is this one shot? One shot is this one projectile, nothing else. We are forwarding offset from spawn position for some reason. We don't need to do that, I don't think. Let's test that though, just to make sure. Was I doing that for a reason? No, we don't need to do that for this one. I think that was a test thing that I was doing. And everything else is basically set to 0. One shot. The next thing here on the instant hit is the instant hit movement behavior. That's an interesting one. Movement hit? What do you mean movement? It's supposed to be instant. Yes, it is instant. You're right. But all it does is, and I can remove the zombie code. Rawr brains. Remove the zombie code here, and on our tick, instead of doing an actual tick, which would like be movement or something like that, or other calculations, we're just going to calculate the hit. This will happen once because we will try to get a hit. And if we do, we will register hit in return. Otherwise, we will register miss. And, you know, this is actually, we don't, you can do this, if that, else that. This is probably a little easier to read. If we get a hit, then register hit, otherwise register miss. In both cases, ooh, actually I need to do the destroy here. In both cases, we should be destroying the projectile, so we will do that on register miss as well. And otherwise, this is just here for someone to override it. So we will expression body right there. And so this only happens one frame. The tick only happens one frame. We either hit or miss. If we hit the object, we got a debug. I can remove that right now. Actually, let's just comment it out for now. And if we then we spawn a hit effect if we have one. Right now we're just doing the debug draw sphere, and then we'll draw the hit effect and do all that junk. We haven't done that yet. And then this is the debug draw sphere, and then register miss. We just do destroy. And then we destroy. That's it. That's all it does. Now, when we do the destroy, if you were wondering what the heck that is, do destroy is actually calling on destroy on all the different behaviors if we have them. And so we do have a destroy behavior attached to our fancy pants projectile, which is the instant hit. We use destroy behavior is simple destroy. As you might expect, it's very simple. All it does is destroy. It does have a trigger enter and collision enter method here, but they won't get called because this is not being used as that kind of there's no way for it to collide with anything, so those won't be called. But instead, it just calls on destroy or do destroy rather, and undo destroy. If hit count goes up, if the hit count is under the max hits, then we do nothing. Otherwise, do all the other stuff. So there you go. That's it. Does that make sense? Hooray. Hooray. That's it. So now we need to make that little particle thing. All I really want to do is a little dot. A little like dot saying it like a bullet hole and maybe some smoke or something. Nothing fancy because this is, God damn, what's wrong with this thing? Huh? What's wrong with you? I don't know. Maybe I just slept wrong. Maybe I'm getting older. That sucks. So what's next? That's the particles. So we need particles. What can we do? Big red hit particle. What is this particle? Restart. Just that? Okay, well, we can probably reuse that. Simple hit particle. Alright, we can use that. Alright, let's start with, well, I suppose we need a dot. So let's create a new particle system here. Create empty. We're going to call this bullet hole. Bullet hole. We'll just call it bullet hole. And we're going to add a new object under here. Particle system. We're going to call this a hole. And the hole, we're going to do duration. I don't know. Looping is not true. Sure. Emission is going to be just one. Let's see. How do we do the emission without doing that? Rate over time 1. It's not looping, so I think that'll just emit 1. Nope. That's 1 per second. Bursts, that's what we're looking for. 0. And we need a 1. Burst. Count 1. Cycles, interval 1, probably 1. Alright, let's test that. Restart. Boom. Alright. So we don't want any movement. Speed 0. Dark color, just make it black. Alright, that looks like a hole. And we want to fade out, so we will do color over lifetime, and let's also do size over lifetime. So we're gonna do full alpha, and then about here maybe we'll cap that and then bring that down. And then for the size over a lifetime, let's just make it 1 at the start and then 0 at the end, with this at 1, and then it will go to 0, but we will make a nice fall off like that. All right, restart that. So now 5 seconds. That should be long enough for this. There you go. Paint splats like in what's the Nintendo game? Splatoon or whatever. Splatoon. That Nintendo game. That one was interesting because then when you drive through it, there's also tracks and stuff, right? And other things. So that should be fine. Let's just add a small hit particle. So I'm going to bring this up here. That's it. So restart. It's going to do, well, if we do the whole bullet hole. Well, let's make sure our positions are right. All right. Why is that? Oh, position off. And Z as well. All right. Weird. Is it because of this? They are in very different positions. Why is the simple hit particle in a different position? Because of the spawn position, perhaps? Start size, maybe? I don't know. Shape. Let's see. That's weird. Oh, yeah, look at that. Alright, let's do shape. Is there another option? I don't think it's size. Shape is going to be circle of radius 0.1. Make it 0. Now it's always the same spot. Now it's the same spot. Okay. Perfect. Alright, let's just do that. Let's do that and we will see what it looks like. Save that as our particle prefab. Then we will go to our movement behavior instant hit. Hit effect is going to be our bullet hole. Selecting from this list here. And let's turn off our draw debug sphere at point. And actually, let's move this method also into our utilities debugs and make it static. Oh, we can't do destroy here. Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind. All right. Let's see what it looks like. All right, so we are getting bullet holes. We're getting a little flash. The bullet holes are not, however, lining to the area that we expect. Where are they aligning to? Let's see. The hole appears to be. How do I see it here? Is it because I need to change the settings of it, perhaps. Bullet hole. The hole itself. Renderer. Billboard. It needs to be not a billboard, right? Because if it's a billboard, it's always going to face the camera. But I don't want it to be a billboard. I want it to be something that will face wherever the surface of the... Oh, that's different. That's not what I wanted. Okay, let's ask the AI. Unless any of you know. If any of you think you're better than the AI. Because what we really want, like, if I shoot this wall, I want the hole to be on the wall. If I shoot this wall, I want it to be on the hole. I don't want it to be facing the camera. So, let's go to our fancy ChatGPT. And... Alright, we're going to ask it... What are we going to ask it? We are going to ask it... I'm creating a particle in Unity. I'd like it to stick to a wall and face the direction of the wall. This is for bullet hole effects. How do I set up the particle to ensure it faces the right way, or that I'm able to script that direction? We'll see what it says. Blah, 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 blah. We did a texture. Yep. Shader for billboarding. Okay. No. No. Let's ask another AI. We're going to ask another AI. That AI has failed us in our first attempt. Let's see. All right. This is the writer AI, by the way. A new chat with the selection. I'm going to say, this is for a bullet hole effect on walls, etc. Etc. The hole, the particle, should face the be facing the direction the wall or other object that was hit is facing. Currently, no matter where it hits, the particle appears to be facing the same way. Let's see. Oh, so it's saying that the emitter, how can I pass the right rotation to the emitter? I'm using the particle system in Unity. Let's see. Something like my normal x equals that. I think this hit info normal does that automatically. That's my understanding. So it's saying to do this and then instantiate the hit effect. Rotation, that didn't change. And then acquire the particle system and modify the emission angle. This is the bit that it's suggesting. Oh yeah, and var instance equals that. It spelled it right, I didn't. Oh, it didn't spell everything right. Particle system. Wow. We both are bad at spelling today. For me, it's every day. All right. Shape module equals particle system dot shape. Okay, I know the hit info dot normal. How can I figure out what the right angle is for shape module dot angle? It doesn't correspond to a particular direction in the 3D space. Well, okay, well maybe this will work then. If that's always facing to its forward, then if I move the whole object, then maybe it would. But then we're still doing billboard, right? So it won't. Whoa. Whoa. What's this? What happened there? All right. Well, what the heck? Do not create your own module instances. Get them from particle instance. What did I do? Wrong button. I'm getting error that. It looks like we're creating our own. We're getting it from the instance, but maybe the set is incorrect. Let's see. So the particle system instance, get component particle system, and then shape module. Ah, I see. Access it directly. Okay, and then shape module angle 0. Let's see if that still causes the error. It was a struct. It still causes the error. Did I copy over everything properly? Shape module dot angle. I did copy it all over. Actually, let me think about that. We're not actually trying to do a particle system, are we? It's a decal that we need. It's not a particle at all. It's a decal. So I think this may be easier if we make this a decal. How can I convert this? All right, let's see. I've never used decals, at least not in code and other stuff. I've used them in general. Okay, and you create material. All right. So create quad, blah blah blah, a texture. Okay. All right. So the first step, we need a texture. We need more than a circle. Let's make more than a circle. Let's use Mid Journey By the way, I really like this picture. I think this is swell. I think the new version 6 of Midjourney is fine. However, I have noticed the images are a little bit more obviously digital, if that makes sense, than the V5 version. But anyways, I like that image. They look fine when they're small, but when they're really big and close up, they don't look quite as good. They look good only when small. But we need a image. Imagine a bullet hole alpha, white on black, and let's see what we get. So maybe this will be a little bit nicer than a circle. And then we'll go to Photoshop. We've got that ready to go. Look at that pig. This isn't quite it. Is it? Is it maybe? We can just fill a hole. I think this top left one's looking pretty decent. So we'll just have to Photoshop it a little bit. Yeah. Let's try one more thing. Imagine a simple bullet hole alpha, pure white on pure black background. And while that's happening, let's load up actually 3. Let's make number 3 there, the big one, and then we will load this up. And it's not going to Photoshop easily, so I'm not even going to try it. I'm not even going to try it. Because there's do or do not. There is no try. There's no trying in baseball. Pretty sure that's the quote. There's no trying in baseball. What kind of AIs are you all using? Are you all using any AIs to do your bidding for you? Bard. I've not used Bard AI. Is it better? Ouch, ouch, ouch. My shoulder hurts. All right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go with this one down here. And we're going to load it up into the Photoshop. And we're going to levels the shit out of this. And then we're going to quickly do a pass like this. Yeah, that's not okay. We're not going to do that. We're going to do it like this instead. Just quickly get the basic outline so we kind of make the center pure black. Fill that with white. Bring that. Oh, that wasn't white. That wasn't white at all. That's a light gray. Fill that with white. Bring that down. Then we're going to select. Select where we're going to select. Select. Magic one? No. Object select tool. That's what we wanted. Is that not what we wanted? Which one was I using before? I thought, yeah, that's what we want. Object select. All right. Why am I not able to do this properly? Interesting. Interesting. Well, let's see. New, we're going to make this 900 by 900 to make it a square, and it won't be there. We will paste it. We will select load selection. We will make a new layer, make that white, and delete that, and make a new layer just to test that we will do a, all, and do that, and then make this new layer dark. So that's our alpha. There we go. So we will do that. File, save, export as a PNG, and we will do not Christmas photos. What are we gonna do? Move it to, where's our project? Where are we keeping textures? Materials. No textures yet. Sprites. Do we have sprites? Yes, sprites. There we go. I was looking for textures, and it was sprites the whole time. The whole damn time. Save it there. I didn't rename it. I can rename it here. We're going to call this bullet hole. Make it a sprite. And apply it. All right. Do you think it's better than ChatGPT? Bard, is Bart better than ChatGPT? Specifically, is it better than ChatGPT for Unity coding and development? That's my main focus on that. Making funny rhymes about my friends is secondary to that, unfortunately. Where was our instructions here? Now, it was just making material, quad, texture, quad to a prefab. Okay, so let's do that. So material, create a material, call this bullet hole, and assign our is that right? It has to be right, but shader. All right. Well, we're gonna call it a cutout. It's gonna be black, and our albedo. Is this what we're looking for? Yes, I guess so. That's what we're looking for. Okay. And the smoothness is going to be none. No smoothness. No smoothness. All right. That's our bullet hole. Then we're going to create a quad and call it bullet hole, and make our material a bullet hole. That's good enough for movies. And then make a prefab out of this. I will make this a particle prefab. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to delete this one. And then we're going to say, actually, no, don't delete that one. Undo, undo, undo. It's in my trash. Reveal and finder. Reveal my trash. And we're going to put back. Where's the put back button? There's no put back button. It's okay. I'll just do that. Put it back. And so I'm actually going to create a new folder. Instead of putting particles, we're going to put this in. Did not work? Create new folder. Decals. And we'll put that here. Decals. Okay. And we'll change the particle to be bullet hole hit. All right. Decals is this. We will need to change our instant hit script here. We need a hit effect, but we also need a hit decal. All right. So let's assign that because I will forget to assign it. All right. And then what do we need next? What's next step? Next step was to do a scripting project here. All right. Offset the bullet hole slightly. All right. So we're going to do a couple things. If that's null and hit decal is null, then we'll return. Otherwise, Actually, slightly different. Let's see. All right, we're gonna do two things. We're gonna do if a hit effect is not equal null. Rename to this to be hit particle, and then spawn hit effects is gonna be spawn hit particle, and then spawn hit decal. We're gonna separate those out here. Create these. And then for this one, we'll come back to it for the spawn hit particle. We're just going to do a modification of this. So let's just quickly copy it over. We're going to modify it, simplify it really. If we don't have that particle, then we'll return. Otherwise, we are going to get the rotation. We don't need the rotation. We just need the hit info dot point. Oh, we need to pass the hit info along, don't we? Let's just do that. Projectile hit info. And while I'm at it, I should also make these protected virtual in case folks like yourselves, once you get this package, because I know you will want to overwrite things from time to time. All right, so we really just need to instantiate that at that position. We don't need to worry about the rotation, so we'll just do that. And then we will acquire the particle system. We won't need to do any of that. But we might want to destroy this after a certain amount of time. So destroy instance, that's not how you spell destroy, everybody. Instance in, say, 5 seconds. So let's do something here. Header, hit particle. And we're gonna do a hit particle and a float, a public float. Hit particle life equals 5f. And then we'll do another header for hit decal. And hit decal life. That 5. Okay. So that way we can pass this down here instead of hard coding it. All right, and then for the decal, that's what this is saying here. But we're going to say if hit decal is null, then return. Hit effect rotation, so we'll get that. We'll do the hit info, instantiate, no, hit decal at that point. And let's just see if it works. We'll see if it's magically delicious. Well, nope. What'd I do? What'd I do wrong? I probably should first check to make sure my particle is set properly. Projectile, rather. Instant hit. So this is in the instant hit movement. That's right. Hit decal is bullet hole. Hit bullet hole in the decal. Yes, yes. We'll make this last 10 seconds or maybe 8 seconds. All right, and we'll save it. So that wasn't the issue. Let's see what the debug says here. Is it the same thing as before? It is the same thing as before. Did it not save? I don't think it's saved. No, we're still doing that. I just didn't delete this code. All right, I didn't delete the code. All right, that was the issue. Oh, hello, Tech Dave. I actually just ordered the goggles today. I had to see, the problem was first I had to go to Costco, and then I had to go to a regular store to see the differences. Costco's cheaper. The regular store had a much bigger selection. Since these are my first glasses, I wanted to look as good as possible. I figured it's worth spending a little bit more for style in this case because they're going to be on my face a lot. And people are going to look at me when they're on my face, I hope. And so I took a bunch of photos of a bunch of glasses, bunch of selfies. I took them to my friends, and one of them did a favor and narrowed it down to 4 different ones. And then I did a survey at a party we had this weekend, and the overriding selection was number 4 of the 4 that were shortlisted. So I ordered them today. Should take 2 to 3 weeks, which is Costco is only going to take 1 week, but that's Costco. They're better. And so in a few weeks, I should have them. My eyes are actually mostly fine. The screen distance is perfectly fine. It's the reading, the far distance, and then often, like if I'm looking at my phone for a while, just the reading, I guess, and then I look at my computer screen or something, everything's blurry. So my eyes are just taking a longer time to refocus or whatever. But yeah. All right. Nope, wrong one. Instant hit. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so what are we looking at here? Oh. It's still doing bullet hole. Did I not update this? I didn't update the bullet hole. The bullet hole now we want, not that this is a bullet hole, we want to update the bullet hole particle. The bullet hole hit. Remove the hole. We just want the flash for now. All right, so I don't see any decals being made. Do you? I don't either. All right. So bullet hole hit, bullet hole. This decal does not appear to be decaling anything. Is it because it's rotated the wrong way? It is. Okay. Let's rotate it then. I guess we can rotate it on the prefab, right? No, we can't rotate it on the prefab. So what I should be doing is making a new empty, we're going to call this decal, bullet hole decal. And I'm just going to copy all of these over. Is that suitable? Is that okay with you? And then we're going to remove these from this one, make that into a parent. I just did it to the wrong one. Remove them from this one, make these into the apparent. You're a parent. And then we will rotate this 180 and then save that and see if that does the old trick. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that appears to be doing it, right? Now we have to parent the objects, the hole to the object. Are they going to disappear? Are they going to delete? I don't think I had the delete code. So let's do those 2 updates too. Destroy. Hit destroy. Decal life. Is that how you spell decal? Nope, it's not. All right. And then the other thing is the parenting. So we're gonna parent the instance to the object that was hit. Okay. That was some AI magic there. It does have a collider. That's the third thing. Thank you, the bull. The third thing to change is that the bullet hole hit does indeed have a collider somewhere on it. Wait a minute, it doesn't. Not the bullet hole hit. It's the particle. Wait. Is it the decal that had it? Collider. It did have a mesh collider. Remove it, but we don't need that bullshit. I think I said that bullshit because the bull is in the thing. And earlier when I was doing bullet, I was thinking, wow, the bull must be very happy whenever we're working on bullets. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. That isn't quite. Look at that. Look at that. That's not. I don't know. How do we effectively push this on the map, on the thing? Right? Because that's not looking too accurate there. Right? Where are all the other ones? Oh, that's right. They were parented. This isn't quite right? Because we don't really want it to be there. We want it to be more here. And the problem is also that it wraps around. So what if we just make it smaller? How about that? Let's just make it a little bit smaller. I mean, I think in a real project, you'd probably, you know. Might have to get triangles normals. Are you doing that? I don't know what I'm doing. Wait, I know what I'm doing. So part of the thing is that the distance is too far. Great. So we see it like kind of moving as it moves. So we want that to be closer, but I think what you're getting at is you kind of want it to wrap around the object. And that's the issue here, right? So I don't know if there's a simple way to do this. I don't want to go too deep into this because this is not the thing that I'm working on, right? This one thing is not the thing, but it's worthwhile to do a quick little dive into this. I'm facing a problem when I hit a rounded object like a sphere or a cylinder. I can't spell cylinder. The decal is of course flat. I'd like that to wrap around whatever it hits. Is that possible? Everything's possible. You would need a more advanced decal system. All right, so we're not going to do that. We aren't going to do that. But if you had an asset package that did something like that or something else, then you could use that because this decal could be anything. It doesn't have to be any one specific thing. But what I do want to do is I do wonder when we instantiate it, there's this offset that we have. It's a very small amount. So that's not enough. So what we're going to do is add another layer. And what we're going to do, a little bit more to the instant hit here. So we're going to say hit particle, layer, mask, and I'm going to have to rename this because I couldn't spell. Particle. And we're going to do a hit decal, layer mask. And so these are going to basically say you can, depending on what hits, it can spawn the particle or the or not, right? Or the decal or not. So let's remove that stuff. Remove that stuff. Remove that. Damn shoulder. Where are we doing this? Register hit. Spawn hit effect. So get the see if the object that was hit is in the hit particle layer mask. There we go. You're getting smart, aren't you, AI? All right. Does that look right? That looks right. I didn't change any settings, so that wouldn't have any effect here. So we're going to go to movement behavior, instant hit. We're going to say the hit particle would go on everything, and the hit decal mask will only go on default. It won't go on the actor. We could say here, we could just say do the same as default actor. I don't know if there's any difference between doing everything or versus doing those two things. I don't think it would be much of an issue at all if there is a difference. So now, there we go. When we hit the enemy, there's no decal showing, but when we hit the wall, there's a decal. All right, so now the next step that I wanted to do is, it's nice to have a bullet, but how about making it a machine gun? So in our projectile, yeah, for the instant hit, we have a 1 shot for the spawn behavior. Let's change that to be 10 shots. And we're going to just change that real quick. Be changed 10 shots. Select it here. Whoops. Select it here and go do 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 do. There you go. So now it is doing 30 shots, I think, because the 10 shots is actually set to be 3 rounds of 10 shots. I think it's used in this one. Yeah. So it's like that. But so we're going to do a variation of that. I'm going to do, as we hold it down, as we hold the mouse down, we're going to do that. So what we're going to do is change this to a machine gun. We'll do that. And then we're going to rename this ×3 so that we know that it's ×3. And for the machine gun, we're going to do number of projectiles is going to be 1. Multi-shot behavior, stop active shot. Delay is 0. Delay between projectiles doesn't matter. Repeat delay is going to be 0.1. That way we do -1, so it's infinite. And then repeat delay is 0.1, so we do 10 shots per second. No spread, so it's going forward. And that should be good. So let's go back to our particles. Now, we don't have the start and stop method yet. That's going to be a different thing. But when we go to the bullet, no, projectiles, not particles. I said particles. I was wrong. Instant hit, we're going to do a machine gun. Now this, when we do this here, it's just going to go forever, I think. Yeah. So it's just going to go forever. But you got the we can turn on the trajectory and have our trajectory show us where we're going to hit. So that's cool. We could, if we had more control, we could write our name in the wall. Now we need the stop thing. So right now I have mouse button starts and stops. So let's go to our demo player. Simple movement. I wonder where the button is to do the mouse button. Nope. So perhaps it is on the spawner. Mouse button. Nope. Nope. Okay. Well, let's see. Where's the method to spawn a projectile? Spawn. No spawn. Okay. Do I have a demo controller? There we go. All right. Try shoot is going to be get keyed down. Oh. So I have stop projectile. What happens with stop projectile? Try stop shooting. We force projectile. True. We stop it. Player stop projectile. Force stop. True. Spawn behavior instance stop. Okay. So all right, let's see if that works. It might work. It does. So now we can hold the mouse button down. When we let go, it stops. Boom. Done, son. That's cool, right? Ow, my shoulder. God damn. You know, the other thing that I did not do, what I didn't do, I meant to do last week, but I just didn't do it, is for the 10-ball shooter. Oh. Well, we need to add an option here because I don't want this one to necessarily stop when I bring the mouse button up. Right? I want to demonstrate that. So let's see. In our code, it says for stop true. And we call this on our try stop shooting. Projectile spawner. So if we look at our spawner, our projectile, instant hit, we're going to call this machine gun. Spawn behavior is machine gun. And on this one, we do this. Let's see. Is that the right one? There we go. I think that's it. So now 10-ball shooter, yeah. So I can let go of the mouse and that keeps going. But for the machine gun, because we have the can stop mid spawning set, it will stop mid spawning. Otherwise, it won't. There you go. All right. So the other thing I was going to do is on the 10-ball shooter was the rotation. So right now for the 10-ball shooter, 10 shots times 3, we have the rotation being over 90-degree angle on the X. we can do it over on the Y, but what we can't do is the spread pattern yet. I haven't done that. It was really the spread pattern. So right, I can have random selected. It should be, with left to right, it should be negative to positive. And then positive to negative on the pattern X would be right to left. And then random intervals would be, say, hey, okay, figure out the different 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, or whatever it might be, and then just choose a random one of those. So it'll go through all 10 before repeating, but it will go through all 10. And then random would just be whatever, just one of the 10, or even some random in, not even at intervals, just random in that group. I suppose that random intervals could just be random, and random intervals, there could be a version of random intervals that will force it to only do one per. So I didn't do these spread patterns, and I was going to do that. Let me quickly look at it. I guess I'm not super excited to do it, and that's why I didn't do it probably. So this is on spawn behavior. See, and now I'm yawning. Spread pattern. And we're going to start at a negative to positive. Are we going to? No, let's not start today. That's it. We never use it. Great. So where is our actual spawn? Yeah. I need to clean this up. I need to do a refactoring on this. This method's too long. Launch projectiles is too long. There's too much stuff here. I don't want to do it right now. I want to, what I want to do right now? What do I want to do right now? Let's see. What time are my meetings tomorrow? Do I have a 7 a.m. meeting tomorrow? Or is it 8 a.m. meeting? Get your guesses in now. Is it 7 a.m. or 8 a.m.? 8 a.m. 7 a.m. is Wednesday, and 7:30 a.m. is Thursday. There are actually 2 meetings at 7:30 on Thursday, so one of them is going to have to be canceled. Or moved. Why is this one? Another one. Okay. Another proposal for changing meetings. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to have to go to bed at some point. Do I want to keep coding? Do I want to keep coding on the stream? Do I want to play a video game? Ha, Tech Dave, I'm glad you were wrong. I really don't like 7 a.m. meetings, but from time to time, I do have to do them. Usually once or 2 times a week. Good night, the bull. It's going to be bedtime for me fairly soon. I need to start going to bed a little earlier. I usually don't go to bed till midnight or after, but I need to go to bed a little bit earlier for my health and get a solid 8 hours of sleep every night. So what I think I'm going to do, I think this is going to take longer than the time I want to spend tonight, so I'm not going to do that tonight. Instead, I'm going to bask in my glory of getting the machine gun working. I still need to do sounds. That's something I haven't yet added, but still need to do sounds. Yeah. And I'm going to call it a stream. Maybe I will play a little New World and veg my mind out, because that game I can veg my mind out. That's so kind of boring. Hello, Force. Oh, well, it's motivation's a tough one. I'll tell you, to be completely honest, I'm coming off, I'm hoping right now, being addicted to Civilization 6 again. I know I get addicted to that game, that fucking game. It's just a fun game, but it addicts me. And I was on an airplane going to Europe and coming back from Europe, and I had my iPad with me and I played it, and I just got the itch, right? And then I don't know why. I think it was when my internet suddenly started being really slow. I couldn't download New World updates because my internet was too slow, and I couldn't even play it because The upload speed was the real issue. So I played Civilization 6. It was, I think it was the Thanksgiving week here in the U.S., so some time off work. I was stressed out, played it, and I was like, ooh. And then over the Christmas break, I just played the shit out of that game. It's not that I was not motivated to make the video games. It's just I was addicted to it. And I think that's somewhat similar to just being not motivated. The problem is that, making games is not easy. It's hard, right? It's not even easy for somebody who's been doing it for a while. They might find parts of it easier, but the whole process is always hard, especially as a solo developer, which I'm sure most of you are. I think part of it is to break it down to small tasks, individual tasks. Sometimes is to abandon something that's just not working. If something is dragging you down and you don't really need to do it, don't do it. Just move on, do something else. Come back to it later. If you got a problem that you can't solve that's vexing you, work on something else for a while. Oftentimes our subconscious will come up with a solution, or something else will happen in the interim that makes that problem go away. But small tasks is always the advice a lot of people give. I would give the same advice. Do small tasks. Like tonight, the only thing I really wanted to do tonight on this stream was exactly what I just did. I was thinking, speaking of doing laundry, I gotta get laundry out of the dryer. Shit. Luckily it's out of the dryer, not the washer. That's the worst when you forget that. Yeah, that's what I do. Small tasks. And the other thing is accountability partners. I've kind of used you all tonight as my accountability partner by streaming something, by coming on to do a stream. First announcing that I'm going to do a stream. That increases the chance that I actually do it. Then when I do the stream, it makes me, actually work on what I was going to work on. I only had one thing I really wanted to do. If I did a little bit more, that's fine. If I didn't, maybe I got stuck or something, then oh well. And that's that. So that accountability partners helps. And sometimes that means joining a game dev mastery group, or just going on Discord, or just finding a good friend and be like, hey, I'm going to tell you what I'm working on, and I want you to just say, great job. Or if I don't tell you, be like, hey, did you work on your game today? Just get them to be that person for you. But game mastery groups are always great, stuff like that. What's the other thing I was going to say? Oh, one thing, I mentioned this on the Game Dev Show a few times. I go on walks. I try to go on walks. Wintertime, I go on less walks because I don't like being cold, and it's colder. And when I go on walks, if I listen to the Skyrim soundtracks, which is the thing I listen to when I'm working, if I'm going to listen to any music, if I'm at a coffee shop or something, that's what I'll be listening to. It doesn't keep my brain occupied on the music so I can work. It just fills the void. But for some reason, I'm not sure exactly why. You can fill in the blanks. I'm sure there's a lot of reasons why. But for some reason, when I listen to that, I get more inspired to work on game projects versus listening to an audiobook or something on the walk. So if I'm listening to an audiobook, I might come back and do game dev. If I'm listening to Skyrim, I'm more likely to come back and do game dev. And there have been times where I've purposely said, I want to get motivated to do this. So let me go on this walk because I have to or want to for the health and fresh air and all that. But let me listen to the Skyrim soundtrack so that when I get back, I'm more motivated. And oftentimes it works. It doesn't always work. The other thing is, in the end, don't beat yourself up over it. Life is, if you're having fun, you're having fun. If you're not having fun, then, that's that. Find the fun for yourself. And hopefully, and if it's only 3 or 4 hours at a time, 3 or 4 hours is a long time. So there's that. Unless you're saying you just do 3 or 4 hours and then you never want to come back to that game. If that's the case, maybe that game wasn't that fun. And that's fine. Keep going until you find something that is fun for you to make. All right. That's my soapbox. I'm going to step off of it now. Thanks for hanging out with me, Magic Monsters U. I hope you had a good time on this impromptu, relatively short stream on a Monday night. Oh my gosh, Joel. I am jealous. I've always thought that I should live in Hawaii, and that's still my plan one day. So aloha to you as well. And thanks for joining. And I will see you all a different time.